Hello, everyone. Good morning. Amazing. So for those of you that are wondering what the heck is going on, welcome to the IPFS community. This is actually from an account on Blue Sky called IFPS.tech. We don't know who this is, or at least I don't know who this is. This person may walk amongst us. We don't know. This little joke, and again, like if you're like, I don't understand what's going on, many of us also, well, still don't know what's going on. And this is content identifiers V0, which starts with QM, and content identifiers V1, which all start with BAFI. So you may have seen these QM hash codes in the wild, but the community generally is moving towards these BAFI ones. But why? And that's some of the things that we'll learn here. Ask your neighbor to explain BAFI today. Exactly. So welcome to IPFS Connect Istanbul. This is the first regional IPFS event. A gathering of the IPFS community, builders, users, protocol enthusiasts, organized by the team at Fission and supported by Protocol Labs. My name is Boris Mann. I'm the CEO and founder of Fission, and thank you, and a longtime member of the IPFS community. So we stuck up our hands and said, we'd like to organize one of the first community events. Tons of support from Protocol Labs in doing it, and in ideally setting things up so that we have other regional events. So if you're, can someone mention a hometown? IPFS Connect Vancouver, IPFS Connect Seattle, IPFS Connect Mannheim, IPFS Connect Princeton. So in the past, I've been involved in communities like Barcamp or the Drupal open source CMS that has Drupal Camp. Obviously, IPFS has its IPFS Camp, and the regional version of what we'd like to see happen and grow is IPFS Connect. So in this particular one, we're focused on not so much the geographic region, but the fact that the entire Web3 community has thousands of people here in town connecting and interconnecting. And IPFS is one of those things that that basically connects through all of these things. I do want to say a special thanks to the Lab Week event team, as well as Uni and Nicole, who've done so much work with IPFS Thing and Camp, who aren't here today. Thank you so much. I know many of us have benefited from their great work in the past. So IPFS is universal content addressing layer. I'm still excited about IPFS and about content addressing, right? It's used across Web3 and DWeb, and the benefits of content addressing and self-verifying data is becoming clear even across Web2. It's really exciting to see various projects go like, oh, yes, it would be extremely useful to have a content addressable store. We've got a few things left to work on. High quality servers, libraries, and apps that everyone from builders to end users can build on and extend. Not just code, documentation, examples, and regional communities supporting each other. I think this last one is the one that's really interesting. I was really intrigued by the entire concept of an IPFS network of content addressing that was this soon-to-be interplanetary namespace that anything could be referenced. We've got the Amino public IPFS network, and we're soon going to have many more. For instance, my friends at Quiet run a chat app that transfers everything over their own private IPFS network, tunneled over Tor. That's a separate network, but uses that same sorts of things. Some of these networks will connect with each other. Some of them will be special purpose. We should welcome all of our IPFS network friends. My personal mission that I've been jazzed about for the last 20 years and really got reinvigorated in connecting with IPFS is make it so that every human on the planet can put content online effectively for free, effectively forever. And this is where a lot of people go, oh, there's like incentives and this is complicated, and You know that IPFS doesn't actually store files, right? I do, but content addressing actually gives us the ability to share. If you have the content, it means you can reconstruct the content address, and you don't have to ask permission to keep stuff around. You can stick it on a USB keep and throw it in a drawer, and 10 years later, plug it in again, and the math will continue to work. And that's really exciting. And I want to do more in looking at what it means to follow this mission. So the Fission team took on organizing. We'll bring up other members of the team later. Protocol Labs committed early and said, yes, we will support this, and many of the teams are here. And we actually had a bunch of other teams in the extended IPFS ecosystem step up and help sponsor. So can the folks from Web3 Storage give a little wave of where they are in the room? Woo! Awesome. Saturn team. Woo! Number 0. Awesome. Tableland. Dataverse OS. Woo! Fenbushi Capital. Amazing. Thank you so much for supporting it, and thanks to all of you that bought tickets to attend. Ultimately, these are community events. We want to see them happen everywhere at various different sizes. And that'll mean working together, and that's one of the things we can do in collaborate on doing events and community together. Here we are. We've got the entire 7th floor, and we've got a full day of events. So you get your steps going here from Azuka. I'll be your host and MC in this room, and we're going to do 30-minute talks that will deep dive. So you can literally just grab a chair and stay here for the entire day, and you get a full set of things. A lot of the things in this room are going to be very application focused. What are we building on top, and how are we doing it? Geneve Lucerne is at the other end near the entrance. That's the other theater room that's set up. And we have an entire day of 15-minute lightning talks that will blow your mind twice as fast as the 30-minute ones. Neuchâtel is the room that we transit through. So it's open here in the morning, all the big round tables there. Starting in the afternoon, we'll have 2 workshops, the Fission Everywhere Computer Workshop, and in the afternoon, the Saturn Web3 Storage one. Feel free to grab space in there, transit through there. That's a hangout space. We're here to connect and work on stuff together. Zurich will have the IRO workshop, and as well as the Probe Lab team has hot topics on Web3 measurements. This is our space for the day. Connect, talk to each other, do demos, hack on stuff. Ask your friends about Baffy today. The other plug that I want to do at the very beginning is Daniel Norman here? Woo! Awesome. Thank you. Awesome IPFS is, how many of you have heard of awesome lists? Great. Awesome. Awesome lists are meant to be easy to maintain kind of information of lists of things that are awesome about various topics. So this is the one for the IPFS community. Add your project, file an issue, do a PR. We are focusing on open source code, workshops, tutorials, and things people can use. Say hi to Daniel about that. He recently revamped it and started working on it. A couple of us have maintainer rights. Become a maintainer. We'd love special topics. If there's an area that you're interested in, let's say you're interested in privacy, be great to get a selection of those. If you're in a particular region and you're like, oh, I totally know that there's 18 projects around IPFS in Mannheim, then become the maintainer for that. We're slowly going to start making it very clear that we're in this together, and the awesome list is an awesome example of that. Thank you so much, Daniel. Schedule is here. Everything you need should be at the main website or one click away from it at the end of the day. We've also got, outside of each of the room, we've got printed out schedules, so you can always look there about what's going on. And basically, I'm going to wrap up here right now, and you're going to pick your next adventure of where you're going to head. So Brendan in Geneve, Lucerne. Brendan, can you stand up, please? Hello. So Brendan is the creator of IRO. And he's going to talk to us about taking IPFS to millions of new places. So head there, stay here. Is Kyle in the room? Kyle from Brave Browser is here and is going to be walking us through what it means when we put the great tastes of browsers and IPFS together. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. We have an IPFS Connect account on Twitter. We're pretty much monitoring everything on all the networks. Please do share, think about what you're learning, and at the end of the day, we're going to come back together here and run a community session where we'll have an opportunity to make announcements, coordinate, see what we're going to work on, and really capture all of the learnings that we had today. Have an awesome day at IPFS Connect. Let's go.